Hi there, I'm Leah Curry. I'm a registered nurse case manager here at North Texas ID, and today I'm going to show you how to do a double medication infusion on a triple lumen PICC line. So we're going to start here by already washed our hands with soap and water. We're going to get our gloves on, and then we are going to set up our table. Because we have two medications, you want to make sure you already have your supplies and medication out. For our first setup, we're going to do an alcohol swab and a saline, an alcohol swab and our medication ball, and then the alcohol swab, your second saline, an alcohol swab, and the last step is your heparin. Because we have two medications, we're going to do that setup again. Up here, I'm going to do an alcohol swab and a saline, an alcohol swab and a medication ball, and then your alcohol swab and saline, and alcohol swab and heparin. For the last lumen, I'll show you at the end, all we need to do is flush it with heparin since we don't have a third medication. So at this point, we will take our first line here. That's where I'm going to start. If you have clamps in place, you need to open your clamp so that we can infuse in the line. Every time we're going to access, we're going to use the hub or the injection cap here, and we're going to start with our alcohol swab. I'm going to rip right into this alcohol swab, and we're going to scrub this hub vigorously for 15 seconds. You can count to 15 in your head or do the birthday song twice, and that'll get you 15 seconds. Once this is clean, I don't want you to put this cap down or let it touch anything since this is a clean process. If it does accidentally drop or touch something, you just pick it back up and clean it again with a new alcohol swab. We've cleaned it, and so now we're going to move on to our saline. Twist to remove the cap. And we're going to prep this syringe by pulling the plunger down to break the seal, and we're gently going to push up. Now this is ready to attach this to our cap. We're going to line it up here. I'm going to push it in and twist it. Now that it's connected, we're going to flush by the start and stop method or the push and pause. So you're going to push and stop, push and stop, and push, and we're going to stop at approximately the 2 line right here, just so we have a buffer. I'm going to take this off, twisting the opposite direction, and throw that away. Now we're ready to move to our medication ball, so we're going to clean it first using the same process. I'm going to scrub the hub for 15 seconds. Again, you can count in your head or do the birthday song twice. Once this is cleaned, now we're ready to attach our first medication ball. I'm going to grab this line. This line is already prepped and ready to go. So I can take the cap off here. I'm holding here, twist to remove this cap. And now I'm going to line it up, push it in and twist it. So it's attached, but we have to turn it on. We're going to go right here to the clamp. It comes closed, so this medication will not run until we open this clamp. Once this is open, now your infusion is going. And this can infuse in any position, but this medication ball is flowing. Since we have two medications, we're going to repeat the steps we just did on our second line. So you're going to come right here, open up the clamp on your second line. We're going to grab our injection cap or hub, and we're going to come up to our second setup. We're going to start by cleaning, just like we already have. 15 seconds, count it in your head, or 2 birthday songs in your head, and then you know it's clean. Once we've done that, we're going to do a saline again in this second line. Take the cap off, pull the plunger down, gently press up to purge the air out. Now we're ready to flush our line. We line it up, push it in, and twist. And we're going to flush this using the start and stop method or the push and pulse. So you push and stop, and you're going to push. We're going approximately to the 2 line on the syringe. Twist it the opposite direction and throw that away. Now we're going to clean another time. 15 seconds. Again, count it in your head. We want a real 15 seconds, or do the birthday song twice in your head. Once you've done that, now we're ready to attach the medication ball to the line. This is your second medication. They can run at the same time, so you are able to do this immediately after your first ball is initiated. Just like we did on the first one, I'm holding here, twist the cap to remove, and now we can attach it to the line. Line it up, push and twist. This is attached, but again, we have to start the medication. I'm going to come to the clamp. I'm going to open this. That mouth is open and the clamp can move. This is now infusing. Follow directions on your label to know how long your infusions are going to go. Once both of the medication balls have deflated down, you know you've received your full dose. So once you've completed that, you will get new gloves on and you'll come here to your first line. Move this out of the way. Our first line and medication ball. And right where we started it, we're going to stop it by clamping. We come to our connection area, twist it the opposite direction to remove, and that can go in the trash. Now we're ready to clean. And same process, 15 seconds or 2 birthday songs. Now we're going to flush with saline. You can pull the plunger down and then gently press back up. Attach the saline syringe by lining it up, push and twist. We're going to flush with the start-stop method, just like we did before. We're going to have that syringe go approximately to the 2. Then we're done. We can take that off and throw that away. We're going to clean for our last time on this line. And again, 15 seconds or 2 birthday songs. Once this is thoroughly cleaned, remember, don't put it down. You're going to keep it in your hand. We're going to take our last one. Yellow heparin is last. Works exactly the same. Twist to remove. I'm going to pull the syringe down to break the seal. Gently press back up. Now I'm ready to attach to the line. We line it up, push it in, and twist it. And we're going to flush with the start-stop or the pulse method. So you push and stop, going approximately to the 2. Take that off. At the end of this one, if you have a clamp on your line, you can come up here and clamp. So that one's closed and finished, okay? We can immediately come to our second line, assuming that it's deflated and you've gotten your whole dose. We'll stop this by clamping the clamp, come to our connection point, twist to remove, and the whole thing goes in the trash. Now we're ready to do the last part of our infusion process on your second line. Clean it just like we did before. 15 seconds or 2 birthday songs. And we want a real 15 seconds. And we're gonna do our saline. I'm gonna pull the plunger down, press up gently. Now we're ready to flush. I'm gonna line it up, push in and twist. And just like the other one, we're gonna do a start and stop. So push and stop, push and stop, and push, and you're gonna go all the way up to the number 2. We remove that syringe and throw it away, and now we're to our last step for our second line. Open up your alcohol swab, and again, you're going to clean 15 seconds or 2 birthday songs. Once that's clean, we're gonna open up our our heparin syringe just like before. You pull this down to break the seal, gently push back up, and now we're ready to connect. Line it up, push it in and twist. And we're gonna pulse. We're gonna get it approximately to the 2. And now we're done with that line for this infusion. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna clamp this clamp to close it. So the gray line and the red line are completed. All we need for this last one is just a heparin flush since we don't have a medication. I'm gonna start by opening the clamp so the liquid will go through, and this is all we need. Opening up our alcohol swab just like we did before, and we're gonna do 15 seconds. Again, count it to 15 or do 2 birthday songs. We want a real 15 seconds scrubbing the hub. Once that's nice and clean, don't put it down. We're gonna do the heparin. Twist and remove. And pull the plunger down on the syringe to break the seal. I'm gonna gently push back up. Wonderful. Now we'll line it up, push and twist. And then the same thing, pulsing, starting and stopping, get approximately to the 2, and now you're finished with this line. All we need to do is clamp it closed, and now you know how to do 2 medication infusion on a triple lumen PICC line.